So we're going to change the drop links on our 2009 Mark 7 Fiesta. So first things we're going to need a trolley jack, a wheel brace and a pair of axle stands. We're going to get the jack under the car, jack it up, put the axle stands in. But before we do that, we'll just loosen the front wheel nuts. So we're just going to loosen these ever so slightly so that when we get it up in the air, they're easier to undo, because you won't undo them up in the air because they're tight. Right, let's crack on. So like I said, it makes it easier if you've already undone these before you take it off the ground. Otherwise the wheel will just turn and you'll have a right ball ache of a job. This one, when we got a wheel on, they kindly cross-threaded it for us, so can't thank them enough for that. There he is. The wheel under the car or somewhere. Hang on, let me just that bit of Celotex out. Incidentally, I use a bit of old Celotex just to keep me a bit warm, because it's what is it, early December now, so it's getting a bit cool. Right, that's is this drop link. See the movement in it? They're a pain because they've got a hex key in the middle and a nut on the outside. It may move, it may not. It may end up having to go in there with an angle grinder and cut it off. So let's first off get the other wheel off. I'm going to give it a shed load of a lubricant, like a WD-40. This is not. This is Vitol. I don't know what it's like. We'll give it a go. So we're going to try and give it a shed load of that. I'll go and do the same on the other side. I'll just get that bottom one done. I don't think they're going to come off easy, so I don't think any of it's going to come off easy. Then give them a good coating. I doubt it. They don't usually. But it's worth a go, isn't it? Sure, it's either a 13 or a 15 on that. Yeah, that's a 15. Get the bar in there, will I? Might do. It's moving, but I don't know if it's that moving or the centre or both. Let's have a look. Looks like all of it. Yeah. If I can get a hex key, it may move, it may not. Hazard a guess it won't. But what size is it now? It's that. There. That's the easy one done. Bottom, not so easy. Not so easy at all. Might be able to. No, he's not going to be so easy. I might be able to get a whizzer and cut them back here. This will be cut the other side. Of course it does. Right, let's give it a little bang a minute. Ball aching, just won't. It's not in the right place. I think we got it moving. He's moving. But again, I think it'll all move at the same time. Usually does, doesn't it? Awkward to get them in there, isn't it? They're not. You need something a little bit narrower than that. I'll tell you what. Let's have a look whether that'll go on it. May do. May get better on it and just be able to hold it. That's what we want. Yeah, that's what we want. Hold him on there. Get on a spanner. Hopefully, start moving that. you know what, I might just get them mold grips in now because I've opened it a bit. And they would be better, make it a bit easier for me. I soon see. Feels like he's spinning to me. It just feels like he's spinning. I don't know if that's on. Let's have a look. If it is, it won't spin. If it is, it will spin. No, that's not on. Go back to plan A. Right, so I think we're on the last couple of turns now. I don't know if I can undo it by hand now or not. No, it still won't do by hand, but let's just see if that's the last of it. I'm hoping it comes off now. Not with a 14mm, it won't, will it, when it's a 15mm. It feels loose at last. There he goes. There we go. So that's the drop link off. The sway bar link, well, they're both the same, so it doesn't really matter what way round you put these, if I'm honest. They're both exactly the same, both ends. So it basically just goes in like that, and like that. Put your nuts on. I've only took my glove off a minute while I put these on. You can feel it better. The blooming gloves are too big. Could use the rubber ones, but right, I think I'm going to put a socket on that because it's going to be a that can't be 15. That's not 15. What size is that one? 14? That's a 14. I'll go and get a 14mm socket, it'll be quicker. That's 18, we don't want an 18. That's him. Right, move all the tools out the way, put your wheel back on. Got a bit WD on it. A bit on that one. My gloves on. Right, let's have a look here. Some tools. So this uses a hex key in this little slot here. Will he go in? Yeah, he's in. And what I do with that is I hold a little spanner on it. Let's see if we can get it turning first. Well, that doesn't feel... That don't feel very good at all. Why is that? Slipping. That's not good. Should be a 15 mil. 15 and a 14 and a half. So I'm going to try and cut him off with a disc cutter. An angle grinder. I've moved this pipe, taken him off of there. I'm going to drop him down there and just hang something heavy on him just to keep it out of the way. So I've just got a pair of mole grips. I'll stick it over the top of them like that. Hopefully that'll hang it out of the way enough for me to in fact move a bit down here. Little angle grinder. I'm going to get a pair of goggles on and try and zip that out, and then I'm going to take off the bottom one by cutting it from below, and I'm going to I've got to take this track rod end off, so that's in another video, but I've got to do it anyway. Right, here goes. Right, that's the top one off. So the bottom one, I'm going to zip that off with, once I take this off. Just got to take this top nut off now, which may not be that easy. Let's try it with this. I can... It's not good, is it? Not good at all. What did I do with my little... Let's get an Allen key in it. Try putting a spanner on that, maybe. See if that will move. Oh, he don't want to go, does he? He does not want to move, that one. It's like a bit more cutting then. Right, let's cut a bit more off it. Just want that Still got to whiz that off. Right, so that's that off. It's just dropped out. Hang on a minute. That's all that's left of that. The back just dropped out. I tapped it just now. Don't know where that went. It dropped down here. Here it is. So that's the other half. So that's the top off. Anyway. Right, let's take this off and put him back where he was. There we go. So now I'm going to take off this track rod end, and I'll cut the bottom one by accident, isn't it? Once that's gone, I'll just discut it through there like that. That's the plan. So right, he's off. Lucky enough, putting them on is a lot easier than taking them off. I'll go and get the other one. I'll put them on. Ooh. Right, there we have it. It looks slightly different. He's got grease nipples on this one, but hey ho. But just to see whether they need moving a bit more. I don't know yet. Let's have a look. Just so he goes in easier. No, that one's in. Right, they're in. So, it always gives you new nuts with them. Let's get them on. Quite awkward to get to that little back one, isn't it? Never mind. I'm sure it'll be fine. Incidentally, I would appreciate if you comment, like, subscribe, all the normal stuff. It's not like normal YouTube channels, because some of them don't work, some of them do work, and they do a great job. I'm a site manager, and it takes up 45-50 hours of your week, and it's just one of them things. You haven't got the time to do all these videos. The editing takes quite a while. the editing, that's the secret, I suppose. Some of them make a fortune on it. I don't make any money on it, I just do it because there's a lot of people who probably would get on with doing these sort of things if they just seen normal people doing it. I'm just a normal people, really. That's him. That's him. So, drop links done. What I will do is put a bit of some sort of paint on that because it's bare metal now. So that was me with me grinding. I'm not very accurate, but then I'll stick a bit of paint on it and hopefully that will stop it rusting too much. Right, thanks very much for watching.